Hello everyone, welcome to Prog Monster on this bright afternoon out. My name is Murph and I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So we're back with our series, which is the dynamic duos, that great front vocalist who may be a fantastic vocalist but also a great front person, someone who has a huge stage presence, and that great guitar player who may be a guitar master or maybe just a great rifter or someone who has a lot of frontal presence as well. And this band I chose, I had to think about it for a bit because I was going to go with the lead guitar player, but I just think you can't disclude the other guitar player, so I decided to go with the other guitar player. In this case, we're talking about Heart. Yeah, lots of great stuff by them. There they are there. Another great album here. This one's not as great as the others, but still a really good album. So we're talking about Heart today, and we're talking basically about Ann Wilson, that fantastic vocalist. She has such a range of octaves that few, if anybody else, can match. I think she's the greatest female rock vocalist of all time, in my opinion. She just has such a heavy, great range of vocals. Her voice is so distinctive, you can tell right away it's her. And it's powerful too. It's not just a great range, but a lot of power projecting from her vocals. Yeah, she's always been, probably always will be, my favorite female vocalist of all time. And I don't think I'm alone in that. I think a lot of people really think that she is just, and it especially has happened in the last decade or so, where people have really come out and talked about how great of a vocalist she was. Before that, she was kind of in the background like so many musicians, but the onset of the internet and the dominance of the internet has placed somebody of her capacity and abilities front and center for all people to see. And we all know how great she is. So having said that, she also has a great stage presence. I remember when I saw them, I was like captivated by how much of a presence she was on stage. Her voice just almost siren-like, drawing you in, right? So, the guitar player in this group, originally I thought about going with Roger Fisher because he had such good abilities with his lead guitar bits, but I figured I had to go with Nancy Wilson. Not because I think she's necessarily a better guitar player than Roger Fisher was, but because she has so much aggressive behavior when she's playing, and not just with the electric guitar, but more so than the electric guitar with the acoustic guitar ability. Her ability to play those iconic Heart riffs with that acoustic guitar and just with such aggression, and just such a stage presence when she's playing that way. And she could do all the lead parts too that Fisher set down early on and do them just as well, I think. She just has a complete talent, in my opinion. And the two of them together do such harmonies together. And they're almost like one sometimes when they're on stage with that kind of harmonizing vocals that they do together. Just such dominating front people, you know. I mean, the band was their band. You know, I used to think Nancy was basically the leader, but Nancy's not in Heart anymore, and I mean, I always thought, I had it backwards. I always thought Ann Wilson was the kind of leader of this band, but Ann's no longer in the band, so Nancy has actually come out on top as being the only member of the band still with the band right through the whole length of the time. And they're both such great musicians. Yeah, Ann Wilson actually floored me when she played the flute on a couple songs too. She's just fantastic with that as well. And Nancy, of course, can play the lead and the rhythm parts and the acoustic parts just as well. Yeah, together they've put this band in the Hall of Fame, pretty much. And you know, you do hear people put the knock that they didn't treat the guys in the band all that well. Maybe they didn't, but they knew what they wanted, they knew what their vision was, and they put out some fantastic music. And for us musicians, for us people who are listening, that's really where the bottom line comes to. So for today, I want to put out the kudos for Ann and Nancy Wilson of Heart. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. It's much appreciated. And this will come out on March the 11th, which is a Tuesday, and this will be Dynamic Duel number 11. I hope you enjoyed this. Have yourself a good day.